Hi everyone, welcome back to Casa De Munkey. As you can see, today I'm not doing the camera. My setup changes like on a daily basis and I can't really figure out where to put anything. So we're doing this sans camera. Today we are beginning our gameplay of Nioh, which first came out a few years ago, I believe. And yeah, it's no Nioh is known as a very difficult game. I don't want to say it's like Dark Souls because apparently people have issues with that, but it's in the same family of difficult games. Let me first make sure that everything's running on my YouTube because no camera means no comments, and I want to make sure that everything is running smoothly. Meanwhile, you can just enjoy the cinematic while I set things up. A very bloody cinematic. Okay, everything seems to be running well, so we're going to, finish this off. Now, I want to say a couple of things about Nioh. This is actually, well, you can say it's history because Koei Tecmo decided to base the main character off an actual real-life person. We'll get into that, as we play the game. We'll talk more about him and the people he meets. All the people he meets are actual Japanese historical figures. Koei Tecmo, pulling a page from their Dynasty Warriors page and bringing in many real-life Japanese, people to this game. Fun game. I beat this game already. I made it platinum about maybe about 2 months ago. And so I'm happy to play it again now that I got my stream set up. And then we'll see what happens. So that's it. That's the whole intro, and we're going to get into the actual gameplay now. The great thing about this game is that I can start a new game and I don't have to worry about, losing my old data. So we can start fresh, which is what I wanted to do. I didn't buy the add-ons yet, but I do have Nioh 2. I have Nioh 2, but I can't play Nioh 2 without playing Nioh 1. So we're playing Nioh 1 first, and then we'll see how it goes. Okay. Start a new game. Yes. Since this is a standalone story, you only play as this chap. So we get straight to the story.
Some call it a miraculous stone. The Philosopher's Stone. The Queen of England remains locked in combat. With Spain, the country where the sun never sets, for control of the entire world. Our forces weakening with every battle. The Queen and her inner circle turn to divination and alchemy, hiring pirates like us, finding Ritter for them. With that power, they managed to defeat the invincible Spanish Armada. But now it seems they want to keep their methods a secret.
Yeah, Interesting story, you know, little narrative to push things along. Now, we begin our story in the Tower of London, a very famous prison, because our character is actually a pirate. So he somehow finds himself locked in the brig. Well, not really brig, it's just a prison. Brig is for boats and stuff like that, so... Okay. Nice place to spend your vacation, I'm sure.
It seems death won't stop chasing me.
Alright. The game does a little explaining, but, you know, a lot of things are left vague, but, you know, you got your standard tutorial coming up. You can move around, camera, very responsive controls. You're gonna need them. And then you're gonna have to get out of here, so the way we do that is we gotta use the old attack buttons. He's a very strong, healthy boy, as he can punch through rock.
I should have run when I had the chance.
And of course, you know, we're unarmed, so we have to kind of like not be detected by the guards. Okay. Like I said, this game's difficulty is pretty extreme. So if you are caught empty-handed or, you know, without defense, you're going to die very easily. And I won't be surprised if I die many times in this playthrough, even though I'm kind of used to it now. And I mean, I just recently beat the game, so I still have, you know, the muscle memory. We might get a little far, who knows. Okay. So, there are many chests in the world. I'll explain that a little bit later. So you want to equip whatever you find immediately, so you can protect yourself. This game has like systems upon systems upon systems. So, let's hide after this guy for a little bit. Although there's really no stealth mechanics in this game at all. This isn't Metal Gear in the slightest. You might be able... Yeah, you do have a way to move more quietly later on in the game, but it's not really that type of game, to be honest. Alright, so we're going to fight our first guy. Well, we're going to try to kill him and not fight at all, but, you know, you never know.
Hey, what are you doing?
There you go. And he has a few more, you know, weapons. He dropped another sword just like mine. If you want to, you know, maximize your potential, you check out any new item that you get. Same power, as you can see, same attack multiplier, so not much of a difference. You can actually assign it to the second slot and have two swords for like absolutely no reason at all, because there's no dual wielding. But he also dropped a key, so we can use that to open the doors, although there's nothing really to be found here. I think, yeah, this guy has something. And check him out.
I guess yourself is your only savior.
And this teaches you how to guard with L1, and you dodge with the X button. Dodging gets a lot more nuanced as the game. This is basically the training part of the whole game itself. So we'll talk more about dodging later on. This is a small tutorial on how to equip medicine as a shortcut, which you will definitely need. There it is. You have 2 pages to put your items in. Quick shortcuts, very, very helpful. And there's another box here. Ah, we finally get a coat. So let's equip the coat. He's looking more dressed now. Alright, now we have to deal with 2 guys here. The guy way up there is a guard, he's kind of like a, you know, he's a sniper. He has a crossbow. So you don't want to engage while getting shot from behind. So we'll just run at this guy fast. Practice guarding a little bit. As you can see, you can't guard constantly. You have a stamina bar. In this game, it's called Ki. And Ki is very important in this game. Ki, you know, gives you abilities, and also lets you, you know, it dictates how much you can actually guard in this game. To be honest, you're better off dodging more attacks than you are guarding them, because blocking is a real drain on your Ki. Oops, I dodged the wrong way. Ki also determines how many times you can attack before you get tired, so that's why I broke off. And alright. Now we got 2. Hey, 1308! How are you? Thanks for stopping by as always. Yeah, we just started. We just started like, you know, a couple of minutes ago, so, you know, we're still in the thick of it. And I'm telling everybody, you know, how it goes. How to play Nioh. Alright. Leg guards. Okay. So, as I was saying earlier, this character, William, he's based on a real-life Englishman. He's actually, his full name is William Adams, although they never say his full name here. William Adams is actually the first Englishman to reach Japanese shores. And he trained as a samurai. You know, the very first. And then he became an advisor to one of the, you know, to one of the Japanese shogunates of the time. Which one was it again? I'm trying to remember. Yeah, it's Tokugawa Ieyasu. He was an advisor to that guy. And he'll meet him in this game. He meets him later on. And so this thing is a very fanciful retelling of, you know, William's experiences in Japan. You know, if there were actual demons running around. But yeah, so yeah, it's lots of historical figures running about in this one. There's another guy in here, so you can lock onto guys. Take him from behind. More chests. And we got our first true secondary weapon. I hear somebody walking, but I think he's above, so he can't actually see me. Wait, I'm pressing the wrong buttons. Alright, let's equip the battle axe as well. Battle axe, of course, is a heavier weapon. You can switch easily. I think, yeah, like this. It's a little different from Nioh too, though, I have to say. There we go. Very slow weapon. It consumes your ki a lot faster than a sword would, but it also damages very well. So This game gives you lots and lots of options when it comes to fighting, when it comes to equipment. This is a shrine. Shrine saves your game. This is one of the similarities between this game and Dark Souls, but that's not much. That's not saying much, to be honest. I'm trying to avoid saying, "Oh, this is like Dark Souls," because it really isn't. It's just hard, like Dark Souls, you know. And these type of games have become more prevalent, you know, in modern gaming. Even Sony tried to coin a genre for them. You know, you can't call all these games like Souls games or Soulsborne games. That's kind of insulting. So, you know, so they tried to invent a name like Metroidvania. Oh wait, let's listen to these guys.
Indeed, the pirates have served their purpose.
The death of the leader of Japan will spark a war, and a wonderful opportunity to acquire more Amrita.
Once tomorrow's execution takes place, we will get our hands on a compass that will lead us to that Amrita.
With enough Amrita, we could subdue Spain, perhaps even the world.
The day when England reigns supreme is near.
But our beloved queen thinks of Amrita as nothing more than gold or gemstones.
We must find them before our nation's rivals do.
Edward Kelly, you will go to Japan. It seems it would be to our advantage to keep the wars alive. We cannot gain Amrita if blood does not flow.
They always interrupt you at this part. But that's just evil men talking about evil things.
Such noise.
Oh, they closed the door on me. Oh well. Let's go get some more stuff. Edward Kelly is also an actual figure. He was an English Renaissance occultist, so they play on that here a lot. You know, he's a bad dude, and he likes dead things. So, of course, naturally evil. Let me see. There's something here. Is there something fun we could do here? I was trying to remember. I think we'll get an opportunity to do some cool stuff later, though. Usually, oh yeah, there are guys down here. There's a guy right below us, so you can do the good old weapon drop, which is basically hit the weapon as you're falling, fall off, and that hurts a lot. The game teaches you how to do that later on, but no time like the present, I always say. Let's put on those. Oh, we already got boots. Let's see if the boots are better boots. Nah, same thing. They got better stats, as you can see. It's a different color coding. This game has a loot system like Diablo, color coordinated. So you can tell which ones are the rare items. Ah, another thing here. A runka, which is basically a spear. We could switch to spear. I want to keep my sword though. I really like my sword. Let's go here. Spears have... Oh, okay, we have to go back upstairs. Spears have a good reach. Probably one of the best weapons in the game. You can pretty much beat the whole game with just a spear. I'll tell you that right now. And we're probably going to use a sword and a spear for most of the game. There's a couple of reasons why I do, but yeah, there's cool weapons in the game, but a lot of them are kind of weird. Some of them, you know, require a little bit more skill. I think like if you just want to like just beat the game, sword and spear. That's all you pretty much need. Alright. That was easy with our reach, and we can unlock the door that was previously locked. And just continue. You don't really have to hang out too much in this place. You can just like find your way to the end and just get out, because what you do here has no bearings on the game, the proper game. Like you keep your stuff, but your stuff is going to be so worthless. Oh, he got me good. He's got a spear too. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Dangerously close to dying there. Let's get some healing. I think I'll switch to my sword for this close quarters. This game also will mess you up. If you use a large weapon in small quarters, it'll bounce off the walls. You don't want that. Try not to spam your sword attacks too much, otherwise you have to wait. Okay. And more dudes. I think we went through this way though. When you use shrines, ooh, that's bad. Oh wow. When somebody hits you when you have no key left, you're sitting duck. Just like that guy was. Let's heal up a little bit. Yeah, when you use shrines, everything resets, which is bad. All the enemies you previously killed come back, and you have to go through them again. We have to go upstairs. Keep on going. Alright. We were here already, I think. Yeah. And I hear somebody up ahead. Somebody's walking around here. Alright. Oh, I was here already. I'm like looping. I guess because I did that shortcut and I fell down, so I got myself confused. This is the way down. And then you go downstairs. Now that I believe, unless I'm supposed to go upstairs. Am I supposed to go? I'm confusing myself now. Let me see if I'm going the right way. I feel like I was here already. I'll get it right. Hold on. There is a run button, thank God. I think one more should do it. Alright, now we're in the right place. Let's see if we can get rid of a few more guys here. Break. You can switch. Normally, with multiple guys, I like using the spear, but you're not well versed in the spear yet, so you don't have all the moves a spear would give you. You don't have the ability to stab people when they're vulnerable like that yet. But you will, and it's fun. One more guy. Let's heal up a bit. Yeah. Yeah, that guy was easy. Yeah. Got more items to wear. That's a 9. Good. Nothing else. We haven't gotten our sweet hat yet. Don't worry about collecting all the clothes in this part of the game. Not only are they going to be like extremely weak by the time you get to the real game, you'll get a chance at these without giving away too much. You'll get a chance at this equipment again at a higher level. Alright. Like I said, this isn't a stealth game, so there's no real reason to sneak up on people, but, you know, to get the drop on them, it's probably preferable if you can attack from behind. Like that. They didn't see him coming. And there's two guys which are going to be unavoidable. We have to fight them both at the same time, so. People with ranged weapons, they'll try to attack you if you're anywhere not close to them, but once you close in on them, they give up trying to aim and they try to pull out their weapon, and that's when they're most vulnerable. Oh, we got a better axe. Let's use that. Alright, yeah. That's a huge difference in attack power. And we got a better sword also out of this deal, so let's use that. Alright. Going back to axe for a while. He's got a spear though, so gotta be really careful with how you fight these guys. Now over here, we're not gonna show ourselves, but there's a new enemy, knights. They're very, very tough. In fact, I think they're put here just so you can die. You can beat them though. I mean, it's not impossible, but yeah, they really wanted to make this part a little difficult for you. I didn't quite get a rear attack. That's okay. How indeed. This way is our way out of the game. You can go this way if you want, but again, it's a little bit of an uphill battle with these knights. I'm gonna give it a shot though. So, not only can you assign healing items, but also offensive items like this rock. Rock doesn't really do much, but what it does very well is bring people to you. He's got an axe too. With these guys, it's a lot better to let them attack and run out of their range. There we go. That wasn't too bad. And he has a very nice, rare breastplate. Let's wear that. This game has a weight system though, so the more heavier an item is, you can see the coat we have now is a weight of 1.8, but the breastplate is a whopping 9.5 on the weight scale. That affects your ki, and it affects your running speed and many other things. But good defense though, so we'll use it for now. And there's a couple of dudes here. They saw me, but that's okay. Let the first guy come out. That other guy isn't going to go anywhere. He's just going to stay there while we deal with this guy. Oh, I should heal up. Okay. And then we'll just bum rush this guy. Because he's gonna get scared. Oh, where's my... And then he's dead. By the time he pulls out his weapon, he's a dead man. Got another breastplate. There's two guards over here. They're both going to aggro if you try to attack. We'll give it a shot. I'll probably end up dying here, but I haven't died yet, so first time for everything, right? Let's see. Yeah, you can actually trick one of them into staying away if you move far away, but not this time. Not this time. I think the other guy was about to move away, but I didn't let him. I didn't want to continue just in case. The other... Woo! Alright. You can use those ledges to your advantage because they take the time to jump down, and that leaves them vulnerable. They're a little too close to each other though, I don't know. Ah! There we go. Let's heal up this guy. And get this guy out of the way. When I first played this part with these guys, they were killing me left and right. I was not doing very well at all, but that was pretty good. I did actually not bad, considering I haven't played this game in like 2-3 months. Okay. Believe me, I will die eventually. I'm not that good. Okay. And then the cool thing about these stages is that there's usually a unique set of armor in all the stages, and you can generally find a complete set within any given stage. So in this set, we should have a full... Oh, that's better. We should have a full set of armor. And I'm going to wear all the pieces so you can see how bad it affects my my combat. He looks pretty cool though. You can't really get a sense of how slow he is by watching it, but you can see when he runs, his ki drains super fast. And that's what you really don't want in this game. You don't want to lose your ki for anything. If you were running like this, and your ki goes down to low, and then all of a sudden you get hit, you'll become vulnerable. And that's never good. Not in this game. Another shrine. Remember, if you use the shrine, which will heal you completely, keep in mind that all the other enemies are going to be regenerated outside, so pretty much try to save when you're not backtracking. A couple of hidden guys here. Looks very comfortable. Cozy chairs over here.
Oh God! You wanted to kill me from the start.
They're talking about somebody specific.
Striking when the opponent is down and helpless. That's what they're trying to do to all of us who fought for Queen and country.
And that teaches you the final blow, which we can use now. when they're knocked down, when they're out of key, and then you hit them one more time, they will fall on their faces, and then you can use that advantage for a final blow attack. This guy sometimes, he used to give me such a hard time when I first started out. This one guy. Until I learned how to attack from behind like that. Oh, I'm out of key. Alright, not bad. I'm doing really well. Okay. Oh, and that's probably one of the super rare shades of color you get for your equipment. They actually go higher than that. If you buy the at the end game, there's a rare green color weapon, and then if you buy the DLC, there's ultra rare like orange font for the most rarest weapons. So let's use that Runka. Nice. I'll get rid of the battle axe to return to my sword. Get a good sword though. Okay. Alright. There's a dude there that doesn't notice me and is obviously deaf, so, and also a little blind because he's facing me. We're going to go upstairs and ignore him for now. We'll be back. But let me get out of that.
Damn. Wait all this way for nothing? Oh, gotta do something. If I jump.
Now, he's telling you to jump, but you really can't jump. But he's teaching you how to do the drop attack. So that's what we're gonna do. Let's try it with the spear and just pounce on that poor helpless blind deaf man down below. And good night. Fun attack. You know what? I'm going to let's remove the helmet. You have an option to either remove helmets if you want to see your character's face, or you can set in the settings. You can just change. You can hide the helmet. You'll still be wearing the helmet, but you can't see the helmet. Okay. This is the way we're supposed to go. Is there a way? Is there anything higher? No, this is the way out. Let's go. Somebody's welcoming, saying hello. Always remember to lock in. Bait out his attack. Ooh! A lot of enemies, especially the bosses in this game, do not flinch when you're hitting them. So, even though you're hitting them with a combo, you still got to keep in mind that they're going to attack you while they're getting hit. Woo! Woo! He clipped me. And he ran me over. Yes, my first death. I was getting a little cocky anyway. That's good. Now I'm trying to remember. Okay. Everybody's still alive, but you know what? If you're fast, you can just like run through run away. Like you don't need to deal with these guys. Just go straight to the boss. We'll do the jump attack and get rid of Blind Bill over here. Did I get the hat? No hat. Oh well. Maybe one day I'll get the hat. And I don't really like using the spear without the moves I was talking to you about, so we'll just use sword. Alright, let's do this. For reals. And to be honest, I should be using the regular clothing. Woo! He has no key though. Can't do a finishing move though while he's standing up. Now you can. There you go.
It's you. The man with the guardian spirit.
If I die, the secret of the stones dies with me.
Let me show you what these stones can do. Behold.
Oh, it's gonna leave a mark.
It's time for your execution.
Alright. So now we got a real fight. Always keep an eye on your key. Very important. Whoa! And he's down. Now we can use our special attack. That isn't really how the special attack works, but they just wanted to be cinematic about it this time.
Quite a feat.
You got tricked.
So this spell shall guide me to the kingdom of gold.
Well, that armor isn't going to help him any. That was a quick glimpse into William's past, which you never really learn about until the very end of the game. He swims with that armor pretty good though, I gotta say. Okay, so that was the basic introduction to the game. So now we're going to go to the actual proper game of Nioh.
The journey was not an enjoyable one.
Is the sound coming out okay, guys? I'm not curious that because I'm not listening to myself on YouTube. I'm just talking.
While the hope vanished without a trace. The good news of the Bride of Boatsham was nothing but lies. Only Leifta remained.
It was the times of wooden chips and iron men.
An ironic twist. But what awaited us in the Far East wasn't love. It was monsters and death.
I like the music in these games. Both Nioh and Nioh 2, they have like great music. Okay. So now we begin the game proper. This is where we get to talk shop a little bit about how things work in the game. You're gonna start off your game with your choice of weaponry. So, a quick run through of all of them. You have your sword. Swords are probably the most popular weapon in the game, and what I mean by popular is like every other moment you're looking for a new sword or you're finding a new sword, and so sword is always a good choice if you want to start out the game. Next option is dual swords. Dual swords don't hit as hard as regular swords, but you have more combo possibilities with dual swords. Not too bad. Then you have the spear, which is another favorite weapon of mine. Like I said, spear, if you pick the right things for spear, you can pretty much beat the whole game with just a spear. I would say spear and sword are still the best for beginning play. If you just want to beat the game, pick a sword and pick a spear for your secondary weapon. We'll get to that in a minute. There's your axe, of course, we use that. And then the final weapon is the Kusarigama. Kusarigama is actually a really fun weapon. It's a little bit difficult to get a hang of at first, but when you do, it's a jack of all trades. It pretty much attacks from all ranges. You want to use it if you're gonna, as you can see, all these weapons have like a little point attributes to them. Like one gives you bonus points to your stats of heart, skill, body, stamina, dexterity. These determine, what play style you want to go to. If you want to be a ninja, everybody wants to be a ninja, so you want to start with the Kusarigama to get you a quick, 1 point is just 1 point, but, to get you started in the dexterity path, you want to go for Kusarigama. But if you want just to beat the game, without having to worry too much about, min-maxing your stats and all that, I would choose sword, because you get too many swords to pick from. Okay, and then he gets to pick a second weapon, and I usually go for spear. Spear is probably the best secondary weapon in the game, if not the best primary weapon in the game, in my opinion, though. So those are the two weapons I pick. And now we're gonna get to his key, and if you want to, we can go into the training mode and then really show you how the game works. And this is where you pick your guardian spirit, because you lost your Shirsha spirit in the beginning of the game, so now you get to choose a new one. All these have different attributes. Kato, the wolf, is probably the most popular one because it grants you strength and attack power. Alright, man, no problem. I just saw what you said about be right back. That's fine. See you soon. So Kato, almost everybody picks Kato because of his attack power. So Kato can take you from the beginning to the end of the game without much problems. But I tend to pick this guy, Isonade. Isonade increases your spirit, which in turn helps your guardian spirit. It raises the familiarity of your guardian spirit, and the more high spirit you have, you unlock, attributes that the guardian spirit will give you. And also this particular spirit, he does neat things like detect enemies on the map, also detect, I think he also detects Amrita, which is very important. Both of those things are very important. So I tend to pick Isonade because a combination of sword, spear, and this particular spirit gives you bonus attributes in 3 separate areas, which is really good to start the game off with. So I tend to pick him. But then there's also Daiba Washi. And just like the Kusarigama, if you want to get a leg up on your ninjutsu ability, you'll pick this guy for his skill bonus. Actually, not a bad character to use, not a bad spirit to use. He has a very good attack, against downed enemies. A little bit hard to get a hang of in the beginning. But none of these are bad choices. Except maybe Isonade, but I like picking Isonade because it's a good early character spirit weapon. Once you pick one, you're not going to get the other two for a while, so kind of make your choice. You know, but you'll get them eventually. You get the other two eventually. You're going to end up with like 20 spirits by the time you get to the end of the game. So just pick one that you think suits your playstyle best. So I'm going to pick Isonade for now. So as you can see, my choices gives me 3 attribute stats in 3 different categories, which is very good. I think this is the only combination that would give you a stat bonus in 3 different stats. I think if you picked Kato or the other guy, you would probably get like a duplicate stat somewhere along the line. But this is good for a starting character. If you just want to beat the game. I mean, don't take my advice as gospel. I'm just, showing you what my decisions were when I made these characters. We can begin tutorial if you want. I mean, we'll mess around with it a little bit. This is where the combat gets much more complicated. And it's a little bit lengthy, but it's always good. Yeah, tutorials are good, man. You don't want to like run around not knowing what to do. So let's start it off. We'll do this quickly. It gives you a wooden sword, and it teaches you how to equip weapons. So take the sword, make sure that your page is on the sword. There we go. And we go to the next tutorial. Quick attack with square, strong attack with triangle. Obviously the strong attack uses up more ki. That's the quick attack combo, and then you got strong attack, which is usually like 1 or 2 hits. It's never like a multi-hitting combo like the light attack. Next tutorial, which the beginning of the game, it doesn't teach you this, so this is why the tutorial is good. This is the lock-on feature. You do this by clicking L3 and it'll highlight the guy. R3 I mean. It'll highlight the guy, and then you can run around him and always face him, which is very good. Well, let's beat on him. Alright. Next lesson. I think that's outside. Next weapon, guard and dodge, which pretty easy to explain. Remember, you'll lose the stamina the more he attacks, but this guy isn't really attacking very hard. And you can also dodge. The stances also affect your... Oh, we haven't gotten to stances yet, so let's just kill him. Because that's the next lesson. Stances. High stance, mid stance, low stance. You can switch between all the 3 of these. You want to use high stance for like really strong attacks. You want medium stance to do fancy stuff like parries, and you want low attacks to enhance your dodging and running ability. And you can see high stance gives you really strong attacks, even with quick mode. Low stance pretty much lets you run around the guy. You have better dodging ability, and you have very fast attacks, even with the heavy attack button. That's basically the combo button. Last stance they'll talk about is medium stance, middle stance. Good basic all around. Let's see if I want to see if that affects his guarding ability. Yeah, he's not attacking me. Alright, whatever. Just a good all-around stance. Let's go to the next tutorial. Okay, this is teaching you key pulse. Key pulse is supremely important in this game. When you run out of key, like this, the meter will show you that build-up. When it's in the red, you can do it when it's in the red, but you want to do it while the blue bar hits the red bar in your key meter. So, do a few attacks. 1, 2, 3. Wait for that. Hit the button to regain your key. That'll keep your key up while in certain situations if you're using too much attacks. Yokai realm. This only shows up when demons are around. That realm will kind of like limit your healing capability, so you always want to get rid of them. You can only do it when you're doing a key pulse. So waste some energy and do a key pulse right in there to get rid of the yokai realm. And let's just... There you go. And now it's teaching you how to equip secondary weapons. And you switch weapons like that. And back to sword. Later on in the game you can learn attacks that you can switch weapons mid-combo, which is cool. And this is one of my favorite weapons, range attacks. We'll equip the range weapon. You get a matchlock and you get longbow. Alright, let's use longbow first. Very fun weapon to use. I love using range attacks. Very good for stealth too. Kind of, not really stealthy, but they'll know when you're attacking. But always good. Very intuitive. Red means you're hitting a weak spot, and it's usually a one-shot deal with many, lesser characters. Practice those key pulses. Is there another one? Oh, there's another one right there. We'll use the matchlock on him. And finally, this should be the last tutorial. This will teach you how to use your guardian spirit. Oh, okay. Well, not yet. Well, yes, in a way, yes. It's teaching you how to both equip items, set a shortcut, and also how to use those items in a fight. So use one. Those little stones increase your Amrita, and this will teach you how to use your living weapon. Living weapon is kind of important. When you first activate it, you get this cool AoE attack, and if they're still around, you can use this. And then if you still have meter left, let's say there's still people there, you can expend all your meter in one final attack, which we can't do because we killed everybody. We'll talk more about that later. Alright. And that concludes our tutorial. And now finally we get into the actual proper game. After a few more cutscenes, you can also, before you leave, you can change any of your decisions before you leave, and so you can spend some time here and like try all the weapons and the guardian spirits and see which one is cool for you. But we'll just keep going. Nothing is ever set in stone in this game. There's going to be a very not complicated, but a very extensive system that you can assign attribute points to, like your stats, learn new skills, new abilities. None of these are set in stone. You can always change it one way or the other throughout the game. So don't feel like you're making bad decisions. Say, oh, I should have picked the axe. No, you don't have to worry about that. Everything can be reversed. It's a very flexible game in terms of what you want to be. That's not good. Alright. This is your first real test in your game playing skills.
奴ら俺たちをどうする気だ。何もかも奪われちまった。
神通の力あるが、その身に慈しみを欲するならば、そこな社に詣でるがよい。
This is a shrine. This is your safe space. Whenever you need to take a break or you want to save the game, you hit one of these up while you're playing. And then okay, and this takes you to a menu where you can level up if you have Amrita. Your Amrita amount is shown to your right hand side. You spend Amrita points to level up your skills. Here you can change your guardian spirit in case, but you're not going to have anybody else. You made your decision, so we only have Isonade as our first spirit. You'll have to wait until later in the game to get more. Make offering is if you want to get quick Amrita, you can give these spirits your extra weapons that you don't want. We'll talk more about that menu later. Let's just keep on going. Okay. In case you skipped the tutorial, these first corpses will teach you how to play the game if you just wanted to skip the tutorial. So never worry about not knowing what to do. There's a guy right there. We can remember to switch your stances while you're fighting. Oh, I didn't go back, get out. Woo, I didn't equip anything, so now I'm gonna have to either beat this guy barehanded because I don't have time to equip my my weapons. Alright, let's see. Okay, let's do some brawling. Oh god. Oh, that was my bad. I didn't equip anything. Oh, that would have been cool if I could beat somebody up. You can actually, and you do get a trophy if you bare knuckle somebody to death, I believe. Okay, now the good thing about dying is that you're never truly dead, and you leave a grave of yourself, like a marker. So always pick that up because let me just equip those swords. Okay. Alright. Now we can play the game. So there's our dead body. You can see Isonade is waiting for us to be picked up. As you can see, you lose your ability to use your guardian spirit, and you also can't pick up Amrita either. So you always want to make sure your guardian spirit is with you. So run over to it. You only have one chance to pick it up. If you die before you pick up your grave, you will lose any Amrita you accumulated. So for now I got my Amrita back, so yay for me. Let's try this again. That's more like it. Teaching you how to sprint. He dropped some cool stuff, so let's wear those. This is medium armor. Medium armor is a good in between armor. Lets you still run. Oh, I just unequipped it. And all right. There's a whole system regarding armor in this game that we'll talk about as we go on. There's a forge system, so you can forge new armor. But I think in terms of just going through the game, you probably wouldn't need the forge armor system at all. You can go up to these graves, and these are the graves of player characters who died previously. Some of them aren't really player characters, like this one, Isuke the brick. I think he's a grave that the developers put in as a permanent way, you know, so kind of like teaching you gently on how this works. So when you approach these graves, you have the option to fight him, and if you win, you could die also. You have a very good chance of dying. If you win, you get a chance at any of the equipment that is shown in that little wheel. So let's see if we can kill one of these chaps and see what he gives us. Revenants are more difficult than standard enemies, so you want to be careful. And always try to bait out their attacks, because they're very good at blocking, as you can see. You can use... Whoa. You can use a strong attack if you see them whip an attack. Ooh. 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 Okay. These guys will teach you how to fight real quick, or teach you how to die real quick, one of the two. Ah, shoot. I'm underestimating how many attacks this guy is doing. Oh well. Again, you have to go back to your grave first. Make sure you find your grave. Not too far away, so let's run over to it. I'm gonna try him again. Let's try him again. You really have to get used to dying in this game, because it'll get you salty, but eventually it's cool. There you go. He didn't have much. In fact, he actually had inferior armor. But as you can see, he also gives you something called glory that's going to be used much later on in the game. Gets you some cool stuff, basically. High stance will drain your ki very fast, like that guy just learned. Alright. I think we can get this guy before he turns around. No, maybe not. Oh, we drained him of his ki. Now we'll knock him down, and then we'll do a finishing blow. That won't always kill, especially the stronger the enemies get, but it's very effective. Now I'll show you something else here. Every once in a while, let's break this. Every once in a while you run into one of these little guys. They belong in this shrine. So what you want to do is click on them and point them to the shrine. Finding these guys is very beneficial to you. It isn't like, you know, these aren't collectibles. They will actually help you in the game. The more guys you collect, the better the rewards. Or benefits, I should say, not really rewards. I didn't lock into him. Come on. There we go. As you can see, I gained one proficiency point for using the sword. You use proficiency points to get some skills, which we'll do later on. Let's keep on going. Always pick up these guys. Teaching you stance changes. Use medium stance. Alright, one more. Nice and bloody. Let's keep going. Try to bait out attacks as opposed to guarding. Guarding is good though. There you go. So that teaches you how to change weapons. We don't have a ranged weapon yet, but we will. There's a guy here that surprises the hell out of you. That happens a lot in this game. Try to get rid of him first. You don't want to fight more than one guy. I mean, more than two guys max. Two guys, even two guys is a little bit of a pain. So I try to. If I had a stronger weapon, I would just kill this guy utterly. But I'm not going to be able to. So I'll try to do some quick damage. See, that's what usually happens. So that's why it's not good enough. If you get caught in a stun lock like that, you're kind of in trouble. Okay, so now our grave is very far away and we have a whole lot of enemies. You can kill your way through. You can also run, but if you die, remember, if you die, you lose that all that stored Amrita in your grave. So if you gotta fight and make sure you win. Because if you die, that's it for your grave. Now, I'll probably ignore everybody else and run up the hill. I might have to end up fighting this spear guy. Alright. Okay. Oh. And they gave us a new weapon, which we won't equip until we get our grave back. We'll ignore that guy down there, go up here. You can run and get that guy and get that grave before the but let's kill the surprise guy first. Surprise! You definitely do not want to fight three guys in this game, like almost ever. But there's gonna be times where you're gonna have to, so it's either or. Oh, this guy gave me a spear. So let's equip that. But okay. Like I said, spear is good, but like we haven't leveled up the spear to get all the cool stuff. Hey man, welcome back. Alright. That's in a very precarious spot, but if you run and then you hammer the circle button as you're running, you'll grab that before they get a chance to react. Okay. One guy has a spear, so that just adds to the fun. Ooh, go back. Be mindful of the terrain, because you can't really run everywhere. That guy's just wasting his ki. Okay. So, he dropped something called a Kyakadama, which is basically a bomb. So, bombs are always fun to use. And he gave us Sacred Water, which increases your Amrita recharge. I mean, not your Amrita, your ki recharge. And Salt is for giving demons a hard time. Okay, let's keep on going. I think there's a hidden guy over here. Yep, let's get that. Alright. Spirit Stone. those give you free Amrita. You save all your spirit stones unless you really need Amrita to level up a skill. This guy sometimes gives me a hard time, believe it or not. I don't know why. He just does. He has he likes doing the fancy stuff. So I give him some respect. You see that? Alright. Finish him off. Alright. Well, they're giving me arrows, but they're not giving me a way to shoot arrows. But we can find a bow up here. Oh yeah, see, I haven't even been doing that. So remember, slash a couple of times, then do a key pulse. Make that a habit. This way you don't run out of key when you need to. You learn how to do that, you'll be fine in beating this game. Ooh. Ah. Alright, we'll get our bow up ahead. This guy always has a free bow. And we'll equip it before this guy shows up. And take him out. And there's another guy who's just waiting to shoot at you, but we're not going to give him the chance. As you can see, further away you are, the color changes. This is pretty much a distance that you can still hit them, but as you can see, the middle reticule is still red. That means you have a clear shot at the weak point. And let's go on. We'll just, normally I wouldn't do this. I mean, yeah, I would. I mean, if I was playing by myself, but for the sake of illustration, these are your demons. The first demons you actually fight in the game. There's another one right there. Let's equip Salt. Used as a shortcut. I think Salt, what Salt does, it blocks off a demon's key. As you can see, it damaged the key a lot. Could have stabbed him there. A lot of people don't use Salt. There we go. And there's another hidden Kodama here. And another. Always keep your key up. I like using low stance on those guys because they like to crawl on all fours. Let's kick this. It's a ladder that you can go down here. And then there's a body here, and then there's another ladder which you can actually kick. We don't have to go down. Just go here. And this actually brings you back to the beginning of the stage. And there's your shrine here. Now, like I said, if you were to use the shrine right now, all the enemies you just killed will come back. So, generally not a good idea to always save. If you have a safe way to get to the next shrine, and there's always more than one shrine in most of these stages. You want to do that rather than backtrack and then having to deal with everybody else on the way back all over again. There's a guy here, which I'm not sure I can quite reach with the jump attack, but I'll give it a shot. Huh, I did. Not bad. He's got a spear. Yeah, but I got him. And drop him. Alright. Alright. So those two guys actually gave us some accessories, which help out a lot. It gives you some stats. This one gives you like reduced damage from firearms. That's both guns and bows. Some poison damage. And you know, stats upon stats upon stats basically. There's no shortage of useful items in this game. That one teaches you how to use the living weapon. It's another hidden Kodama over here. And actually, if I'm not mistaken, there's another hidden Kodama right around here. Oh no, maybe not. I was mistaken, actually. No. I think there's a thing here. Pick these up. As you can see at the very bottom of the screen, I'm picking up a whole lot of Amrita, which we're going to use in a moment. And oh, another surprise guy. He ran out of key, so he's mine. I'm gonna switch to spear for a while. When you use weapons, always switch weapons if you want to gain proficiency in that weapon. Always good to have. And there's a trophy involved too, so you kind of want to do it. You died a lot of times. Yeah, believe me, I died a lot of times here too. I'm making it look easy right now, but man, this whole thing, I was like walking like this. This is basically, or you know, I would have my sword out. Let me see. You know, I'll be walking and just like, who's gonna kill me? That's basically what's me my first time around. Now I'm just like running around willy-nilly, thinking I'm the best. We're not gonna use that shrine just yet. And the reason why I did that because there's another surprise guy, and he's got a. Those guys will kill you. Those guys usually one-shot you. Yeah. All right. I didn't use the shrine yet because there's a couple of items I want to collect before I reset this whole stage. Let's see. That one I would have to backtrack for, so I wanted to get that first. Young Samurai's locks. Those give you samurai points, which are also points that you can use to increase your fighting abilities. Alright, just cleaning up here before I move on. I missed a couple of things down there. So remember, if you don't use the shrine and you killed everybody here, you'll have an easier time, you know, backtracking and looking for things that you missed. Oh, and drop down. There is a guy here, but he won't come after you if you don't disturb him. So let's drop here. Okay, Horokudama. I think that's another bomb type. Alright, So let's keep going. You can get rid of him, though. I'm not saying you can't. You can actually... The cool thing about shrines is, remember, is that they reset everything. So, if for some reason you have an angry mob chasing you, if you can make it to a shrine, you pray at the shrine and then you reset everything and they don't chase you anymore. I just saw one thing that I want to... I'm kind of thorough when it comes to these games. So I just want to run around here. Is this where it was? Yeah, it's down there. Okay, let's grab that. Fire amulet. That's another piece of equipment. That's good in case, you know, you get hit with fire. Oh no, fire amulet is actually your magic. So we can put that in the shortcut. And that will shoot out a fireball, basically. I think that's what the fire amulet does. I'm not sure. If not, it kind of... Oh no, it powers your weapon. That's what it does. It imbues your weapon with a fire element. That's also handy. Okay, now we can use the shrine because we don't plan on backtracking anymore. We'll use the shrine and then we'll level ourselves up a little bit. I'm gonna say this once. If you have a lot of Amrita, I use this term. I say bank your Amrita at all times. In other words, take that Amrita you've accumulated and level up your stats, which you do right here. You know, remember the weapon choices and the spirit choices you selected, you know, are added up here, and you want to increase these. I think, you know, a lot of people probably wonder, like, oh, which stats are best. I think, personally, I think balancing your stats, if you're playing through this game for the first time, just balancing out your stats is probably the best way to go, because you get so many choices, and a lot of it is really dependent on how much points you put into a particular stat. And so if you don't want to deal with all that rigmarole, just kind of like evenly spread out your stats. It's probably the best advice I can give new players. There's a couple of things though that you might want to give a little extra points, and that is stamina, because stamina increases your weight capacity, and then you can wear heavier pieces of armor without too many detriments. It also gives you more life, as you can see on the bottom of the screen there. It tells you the descriptions. You want to increase dexterity, and you want to increase magic, because later on in the game there's going to be little mini tutorials that unlock, you know, with stat increases. So those are two things you want to... You also want to increase your spirit, because that unlocks abilities that the guardian spirits give you. So, and those are like the main stats you want to focus on. Skill is good. As you can see, I don't know if you can read the bottom of the screen, but these stats also affect the attack power of the weapon you choose. I mean, the weapons have their own fixed attack power, but increasing its base skill attribute will increase that more. So that's another factor. But like I said, that's a lot of things to consider for a new player. My advice, just kind of keep it even, and just make sure you give special attention to mainly dexterity, magic, and spirit, and probably stamina. Those are probably the four stats I would focus on. So let's do that right now. Just give those some love, and like I said, you can even it out. There you go. And yeah, that's a good way of spending your Amrita right there. Nice even stats. And then you don't lose your Amrita when you die. So yeah, always bank your Amrita. That's my key advice. This way you won't get ass salty when you die. So let's keep going. There's a... Whoa! I forgot everything resets, remember. So that guy I just killed came back. Okay. Okay, disaster averted. I'm glad I didn't die. If you want to get this thing, wait for that guy to pass by first. You don't want to engage this guy until you safely get that corpse spirit there. So run off this, fall down, grab this chap. Now you can kind of like hide out here and wait for the for that guard to pass by and do a drop attack to get rid of him, or at least severely wound him. Remember, I'm using Isonade, the shark, so I can actually see his position on the map thanks to that guardian spirit skill. That's why I pick him. You can't see these guys if you chose the other guardian spirits. I kind of missed that. Bad whiff. Alright. Okay. Alright, so now you have a bunch of guys here. Obviously you don't want to engage them all at once, so you want to kind of like stay away from this guy and maybe focus on this guy first. Especially since he has a spear. Yeah, make them whiff. Make him whiff and make him pay. There's another hidden guy here. I'm gonna switch to sword because my my spear will bounce all over the place. Even the sword will bounce if you get too close to a wall, so keep that in mind. Okay, that last spirit guidance basically said if you wear heavy armor, it's gonna make you pay. So, but you can. They gave you a lot of armor. I usually go for medium armor, and sometimes light. Light. A lot of people will say always use light armor, and that's why everybody picks ninja in this game, because ninjas almost exclusively use light armor. So I mean, it gives you like crap defense, but you'll have an abundance of ki and you can run around and do attacks, and so a lot of people advocate using light armor throughout the entire game. I do too. I kind of like it. I got used to the playstyle. If you want to go for like a heavy armor build, you really have to consider raising your attributes accordingly. I think strength affects that. You want to pick strength, you want to pick body, and you want to pick stamina, and increase those. Give priority to those stats if you want to go with a heavy armor build. So I mean, like I said, there's many choices, and there's no wrong choice if you prefer that playstyle. But I'm just trying to keep it simple for the sake of this playthrough. And there's a guy there, but if you attack him, I think some of his buddies come out. So chuck a rock at this guy. Chuck that rock. Now he's very mad. Oh, that was close. He almost hit me. Yeah. You want to pay attention to these guys when you fight, and also it's not a bad idea to learn their fighting styles, because their fighting style is basically your fighting style. You can do any move that these guys can do. So it teaches you how to fight, and it teaches you their ranges, and that's helpful. Okay. Okay, they're teaching you the purify skill for good reason, because we're gonna have our first major demon fight in a minute. There's like 2 guys there, 3 guys there. So what I like to do first is kill off this guy. And these guys are kind of dumb. Sometimes they don't see who's dying and who's not. I always use a bow on this guy, even though he has a hat. Hats usually give some sort of protection, but not that guy. Now, if I were to shoot this guy, his helmet will protect him with the bow and arrow. If I had a gun, I would probably be able to hit him with one shot, but I don't. So I'm not going to go for him. I'm going to go for this guy instead. And just make sure you get him with a good headshot. He might be a little far away though, so he might live with this shot, but let's take it out. Pop. And the other guy didn't see me. So, before we attack this guy, let's show you how to gain skills in this game. We're going to go to our Learn Skills section, and as you can see there's a whole menu filled with things you can learn. A lot of things here. Let's take a look at the sword for a minute. Some skills are universal, like grapple. Grapple is something that is prevalent in all menus. As you can see, it doesn't change. Oh, that's ninja, that's different. But all the weapon skills have grapple. So this is a good skill to learn. What this does is that when the opponent is out of key, you can do a finishing blow without having to knock him on the ground. So you can, that's always a good skill to have. I usually pick this one, and of course you sometimes have to pick skills just to unlock the rest of the tree. So get grapple, that's never a bad choice. Kick in this game affects ki more than it actually does damage. Kick is not a bad skill to learn. Flux is something massively important. Anything, these are well, that's an active skill, but you also have passive skills like not this one, key pulse heaven. Any skill that well, that's an active skill, I see. Anything that increases your key generating ability, you absolutely need in this game. And then you have your ninjutsu, which is affected by your dexterity stat, and you have Nioh magic, which is affected by your magic stat. Ninja is a very specialized tree. You're not going to get everything in one shot. You're going to need a lot of stats. You're going to need a lot of items that give you extra ninja points. So between ninja and magic, choose wisely. But remember, you can undo anything you've done. What I want here from the ninja tree is sneak attack. I think that's available now. Oh, I got you. Yeah. Oh, I can't get it now. I wanted to. I have to wait until I progress in the game. Sneak attack would have let me walk up to this guy and stab him. That's what I really wanted to do, but I forgot you have to go through a mission. Let's just kill this guy. Just bum rush him. Let him do his thing. Alright. We'll get those attacks later on in the game. Let's get this guy. And now we're gonna fight our first demon. Demons are very strong enemies. They always appear in this yokai realm, and they'll always leave yokai realm pools, which you should try to get rid of if they're going to be in your way. Let's use our magic. Get some extra firepower there, literally. And let's fight this dude. Ooh, whoa. Oh shoot, I'm out of key. As you can see, standing in the key thing drains your key super fast. Ugh. I'm so used to playing this game with full key ability that I'm kind of like overstepping myself. With that particular demon, if you break his horns, he goes into instant stun. Okay. You definitely learn that key pulse because that's going to save your life. Yes, and I died many times here too. So, again, I'm making it look easy.
私らには手を出さないって言ったじゃないか。
Alright, so that gave you the key to this residence, and you can go on and go to the next part of the screen, which is a whole village to go through. And I'm still collecting key as I go on. I haven't put on any armor since I started.
何が起こっているんだ。
So I'm going to rectify that. You might as well save your part here. I don't have enough. Oh, now I do. I have just enough Amrita points to level myself up. And I think for the sake of this, let's increase. Let's increase spirit, so we can start building up our guardian spirit abilities. Okay. Is there anything else I can learn that will help me through this? Let's go to sword. Okay, I'm gonna start learning the key pulses. This is lets you recover full key from a key pulse. That's really good. I would get that. And there's one for each stance, so I would get one. I would get each one. So that one was for high stance. This one is for medium stance. And then finally, where is it? Somewhere here. This is for low stance. Very important skills to have. And this one, see how it's attached to the other scroll? This one actually will let you do a key pulse while you're dodging. So that's super important too. And I like getting those two right away. This way you don't have to worry about standing still and doing a key pulse. You can do it while you're rolling away from an enemy, which is good. So I get those two. These skills are universal. Doesn't matter which weapon you're using, these are always there. So I picked that, and oh, I don't have enough skill points for that last one. But you can do this. You can if you pick one of those samurai locks. This one will give me. I don't think that's enough to give me another unlock, but I'll use it anyway. Let me see if I have enough for that. Nah, I don't have enough. I need 2 more points. And you get those points as you play the game, so no worries there. Now, this place has a lot of surprises. Alright. I know there's a guy who pops up between those two houses, so I'm gonna try to not ambush him, but have him attack in another. There he is. Alright, yeah. That guy could be a pain. Now, when you see these pools of dark energy, that means there's usually a demon inside of them. These are like one-time bosses. You could call them mini bosses, but once you deal with them, they never come back. But it's good to get them out of the way. This guy's kind of hard. I might actually die with this guy. He's not an easy dude. He's actually very fast. Oh shoot! Let's go back. As you can see, he's super fast. You can attack, I mean, you can block, but as you can see, they're immensely strong. And they will drain your ki in a second. Shoot. Got me with a back attack. That guy is massively strong. I really don't like fighting the ninja guys at all. Yeah, he's actually a demon ninja. He has the hood, and he's using a dual sword. But I made sure to die by my shrine on purpose, so I can pick it up easy. You're not gonna always have that chance. Let's try using spear on this guy. And actually, while I'm using spear, let's see if there's a skill. Well, I don't have. No, I want to save my points for the dodging, so we're just gonna use. This is a good attack for high stance. Press quick attack button. That's a very good distance attack where you can keep your distance and do a 2-hit combo on a lot of enemies. I'll probably use that against that guy. I'm telling you, you only need the spear and the sword. They'll probably get you through most encounters. As, when you learn how to fight with them, that is. Alright, now let's do this again. Switch to high stance. Make sure I lock. I was so scared that I didn't even lock onto him either, so. And let's do that 1-2 hit combo. And make sure that. As you can see, I'm having a much better time with the spear. And there he goes. And that's it. It's just a matter of knowing what to use in a given situation. Oh, he gave me a better spear. So let's use that. Remember, blue usually means better weapon. So switch to blue. And let's think. Oh, he gave. I got a hammer out of that too. Hammer is basically the same as an axe. I'll just use a sword for now. Okay. And we can go around this way. Yes, and I died many times in this village too. Especially to that one guy. One guy is not fun when you're starting out in the game. Another hidden Kodama. And we can drop on this guy. Yeah, it looks like you can't reach him, but for some reason the slope of this ledge kind of pushes you towards him, so I usually just drop him. And there's another guy standing here, which very close quarters. I'll switch to sword. Oh shoot! I don't want to break those. I don't want to break all those barrels if I can help it. As you can see, keeping up the key gives. Ooh, nice. I got you now, buddy. Good night. I want to keep those barrels intact for a reason. Let me get rid of this chap. I'll go over here. There's an archer there. I usually kill him with a bow. He's not very strong. Archers, as a rule, aren't really strong in this game. Somebody here? Not really. Nah, well. I'm playing like I'm playing this game for real. I'm going through all the nooks and crannies and getting all the hidden stuff. Oh yeah, wells. Wells give you one hidden item. So if you see a well in the game, you can smack the barrel like this. Eventually, or maybe the rope. Why am I not reaching this thing? Or did I hit it already? I might have hit it already. Yeah, if you hit these things, the barrel will shake and then something will come out of the bucket. I mean, I think I did it in that fight. All right, we can proceed to the next area if you want. I kind of get rid of these guys with the bow and arrow because these guys are the two most oblivious guys in the game. Oh, what happened to your head? I don't know. I don't know. And then he's gone too. Yep. Those guys are terrible. Okay, so here, as you can see, it's cut off by fire. Fire is very bad in this game. If you are on fire, your best bet is to roll like this to get rid of it. Otherwise, you're gonna get a damage on time effect that will hurt you severely. But to circumvent this in this particular stage, you can run into these barrels and get a water buff. As you can see, you're wet, and you can just run through fire, I mean, while that water buff is active. Yeah, make sure they don't hit you with that attack. That little leaping attack that those guys do, that will hurt you, like, terribly. I'm almost dying here, too. Let me go up. Oh, shoot, I forgot there's a guy there. Great. This is not going to be an easy fight. But he's got an axe, which is good. Ah, bad. See how I dodge and I get rid of the key pulse? That's why I always pick that skill first. Alright. That was another mini boss. Even if he die, he won't come back. I want to do something here before I continue. If you go around this area and you go up this ladder, climb up here, push this barrel down, it'll give you the option, and it'll clear the stage, and you have direct access to the shrine that you left behind. It's good to open up those shortcuts because those shortcuts are permanent. Even when you die, they're persistent, and that will always stay in effect. I'm going back for a reason. I just want to see something, because I'm trying to get all the hidden Kadama, and I think I might have left one behind. There's a guy here. He's an easy mark. I can kill him fast. And I think that guy won't bother you. You just keep your distance. Oh, I did pick up that guy. I thought I didn't. Alright, back to the game. You notice that I didn't touch a shrine yet, because I don't want to reset this whole stage. But of course, you know, if I die, that's not good either. But risk versus reward, I always say. So, now I can take the shortcut. There's a few hidden guys in this stage, and again, my enemy detection is going to help me out. If you walk in the middle of this roof, you'll fall, and there's an enemy right below, so avoid that. There's a ladder you can kick down here. Again, that will be permanent if you were to die. That guy always sees you first. Ouch. Yeah, these villager types, they're not very strong, but in this game a couple of pokes will kill you. There's another guy here. Oh, he was prone. Could have killed him easier.
許せねえ奴ら俺の目の前で
There's another demon here, which I believe you can hit. And there's also a hidden guy over here, little fella. I think you can hit this guy if you were to drop. You could go like this. Yep. Ooh, he almost got me with a special attack. There's another guy here. Alright. There's a door, and this is more water over here, so you can run into the next stage, but we've already unlocked the shortcut, so no worries about that. Try to smash crates whenever you can. Crates give you things and unlock secrets. Okay. You can't go into that door. Be careful with the fire, but you can run around it. Go over here. I did this for a reason. There's a rifle you can get right over here, which is always useful. So let's equip that. Obviously rifles have better impact range. Oh, there's a dude here. You actually don't have to fight this guy. He's pretty much completely optional. But it's good for extra points if you want to do that. You know what? Let's not bother with that guy. We don't really have to fight him at all. Oh, I forgot about the guy. There's a guy down here. Yeah. Okay. Let's use the matchlock on him since he doesn't want to acknowledge me. He has a helmet, but if you use the matchlock, he will die. Wait, that's bad. Yeah. If you did that with a bow, it'll just knock off the helmet, and then you have to shoot him again in the head in order to kill him. Better swords. This game is nothing but loot. You get. Oh, that's cool. So this sword, I noticed, if you look at the sword stats to your right, you can see that it gives you increased damage towards yoki, which are those demon boss things. So that's actually a really good stat to have. You won't have the sword for long, but when you see stuff like that, take advantage. Let me get some better armor. We got like no armor. I'm gonna keep the medium armor for that. That rogue armor is heavy. I don't want to like overload myself. Okay. Try to keep it light. If you want to go medium, you can. You can see on the very top of the screen the equipment weight. It's changing color as I get heavier. Green is probably the highest you want to go. If it turns yellow or orange, you're too heavy and it's going to really be a detriment to you. So green is probably the highest you want to go. It ranges from white to blue to green. Blue is optimal. If you can get blue, but you usually can only get blue if you're wearing exclusively light armor. Oh, there's a dude right there. If you're wearing exclusively light armor, or if you increase your stamina to affect your weight capacity. Let's drop. Get this guy to drop. Good night, nurse. And then use that ladder that we kicked down previously to get back up. And you can see we're building up our Amrita, so I usually would run to the shrine to bank it, but I don't want to reset the whole screen. A couple of dudes in the distance here who will notice you. if you don't do anything about it, I will use this gun. Fortunately, when you use gunshots, it doesn't alert anybody else unless they're in really close proximity. Oh, and he's still not dead. You know what? He'll get mad and he'll run after me. As you can see, he'll make a beeline for me. And so he has to climb up this ladder to get to me. Oh, hi. There you go. Yeah, why risk running after him? Just let them come to you. I believe there is a bunch of demons in here, so let's get rid of them. Let them come to you as always. You don't want to compromise yourself. I think because there's two of them in there, so I want to get rid of them one at a time. Alright. And where's his buddy? His buddy's just waiting to surprise me. If you manage to knock them into the fire, they will die. But let's not do that. Okay. Getting more stuff, which we'll sort out later. You'll be doing a lot of micromanagement with weapons. No need to do it now, though. Alright, so there's another guy in the distance, which I'm going to be a little careful about because he can see me if I approach any further. So for this guy, you can use the bow because he's not wearing a hat. So he should die easily as long as you get a good shot. There you go. There's like at least 3 guys down there. So I'm going to avoid that fight for now. It's telling you to drop attack, but as you can see, you're going to put yourself in a highly compromised situation with the other guy isn't, and you're probably at this stage you're not going to kill one of these guys. You're just going to injure one. The other guy's going to come after you, and then this guy, if he sees trouble, will come after you too. So not yet. Get rid of the shortcuts first. If you want to attempt it, you could do it. Just make life easier on you if you die, and open up the shortcuts before you do anything. Summoner's Candle is a very good thing to have because oh, there's a little guy here. I'll get that. I don't care. Because remember when I said when you die you leave your grave behind somewhere in the world? Well, that item will get you back your grave without having to run for it. But it's kind of a rare item, so only use it when you absolutely have to. Let's go back up again, fall back down again, cross the bridge, and there's another dude hanging right there. I don't know if I'll kill him in one shot, but I'll give it a try. Nope, I didn't think I would. Come on. Ah, shoot. Okay. Not great, but not bad. Later on when you revisit this stage, and you will, you'll be a lot stronger, and you'll be going through these guys like butter. I think there's a guy here. Yeah. Alright, nothing here. I usually take this guy out with a bow. I didn't have time to... Oh, nice. And he lost his hat. Nah, don't waste the bow on him. Just let him come to you. He didn't alert anybody else. now you can do the drop attack and maybe live. There's another guy behind here too, I believe. He ready for you. See that? He wants to take your head. I think, if I'm not mistaken, you can also get the drop on him too. Oh, okay, here's a well that I didn't open up. So, hit the rock, bucket comes up, you always get a free item. I will have to go all the way around just to get that axe guy. And then climb up the ladder. Ooh, I almost fell down. Where's that guy? Get the drop on him. Alright. Oh, that was money that was bouncing like that. Okay. Oh, he doesn't seem very healthy. Oh, he's gone. He perished. Alright. Last two guys in this stage. Whoa. I don't really want to do a drop attack, but we'll do a drop attack. I wish I can get the guy with the spear. I'd rather get the guy with the spear than the dude here, but I think that guy's wearing better armor, so this guy has a better chance of dying than the guy with the spear. And he's not quite dead, but he's very hurt. Alright, now let's... Ow! Quit me! And get some health back. Remember, enemies don't really flinch, they just don't. So, pick your fight, you know, just be careful when you're doing a combo on them. Oh, and I got a Kasaragama. I actually really like using Kasaragamas. I did say that it was an advanced weapon, but you can kick ass with a Kasaragama if you know what you're doing. I think there's a thing here. I'm just cleaning up. I'm not coming back here, so I'm just going to think. Okay. Alright, let me just run over here because I know there's another. Be careful when you're walking in through water because the ground can give out on you. You know, at this point you'll die, so be careful. I almost killed myself just explaining that. There's a hidden cave over here which doesn't do anything. It just gives you... In some stages, a demon will show up here. The Harakiri sword. I never use it. It's not a sword that you can actually use to fight. It's a sword that you use to basically kill yourself. I never had any use for it. No. There's a bunch of guys here, but they're all pretty weak. I just use like a bow on some of them and... Oh shoot, that was bad. That was very bad. Not easy shooting a moving target though. Okay. I'm gonna hit the bow guy and get rid of him. Alright, now this guy will... Some of them aren't dumb, some of them will actually realize, hey, my friend just got killed. Let me go do something about that. There's another guy here, which I can just attack. And there's a third guy up here who won't die if you drop on him, but he will get hurt, at least. Try to stay out of the way. He's got a spear, so if he tries to swing, he dings against the wall. He almost got me there. Okay. Okay. Now, I gotta say something about this particular house here. It's a death trap, more or less. This place is probably a really good time to use your living weapon. Let's unlock this shortcut first. Alright, so this way if I die, I'll appear here and then I could just use a shortcut to finish the stage. But this particular spot has a demon that will pop up there, and you have like almost no room to fight. You can do it if you're skilled enough, but I usually like to blow my my living weapon stance here to get rid of him faster. Yeah, I mean, we're almost at the boss, and I kind of need my weapon for that, but it regenerates, so let's just do that. See, with certain demons, they just fall to the ground. There we go. I used my super move at the end there. And that's it. Yeah, basically that's a death trap. So, but it's got loot. Gotta risk it.
These barbarians, they're turning into monsters.
Oh, the one English guy in this island. Alright. Alright, we're almost at the end stage. Now, if you really want, remember I said that I wanted to save my super meter for the boss. Actually, before we do any of that, go bank your Amrita, guys. I'm telling you. You have to. You absolutely have to. Bank that Amrita, store it in your stats, try not to lose anything. Oh wait, there's a hidden guy here. Wait, let me go get this guy. Alright, and I found all the spirits. The more spirits you find in the game, the more bonus elixirs they give you. So you can get up to a maximum of 8 elixirs for free from these guys, the more you find. So always good to find those little guys. Alright, so we're banking the Amrita. Let me check out my Guardian Spirit for a second. As you can see, the red titles means that I have to have that spirit level in order to unlock the special abilities of this guy. That's why I say having a high spirit is a good idea. We're not quite doing it that way. We're kind of like just evening out our stats, but if you want to unlock your guy's abilities quicker, you want to focus on spirit. Okay, let's level up so we can bank our Amrita. I did put an extra point to spirit, but I would need much more to unlock that. So let's focus on the stats that my personal weapons use this time. I only have enough for like maybe two shots. So let's I think stamina. No. What? Okay, spear is for body, and heart is for sword. But I'll put a stamina point instead, so I can be lighter on my feet. And yeah, that's all I can do for now. Okay, so that's done. Okay, now we can safely attack the boss without worrying about... Oh wait, there is one more. There's one more I can do. I think I'll start building up dexterity, get some more ninja points. Yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna go attack the boss now. Now, I'm gonna tell you something before I do this. I died at least 40 times to this boss when I first started out. At least 40 times. I think I have a record of 47 times on my other file. This guy will make or break you in terms of playing this game. If you die to this boss, you probably will stop playing the game. You'll be like, forget this, man. Because bosses in this game is no joke. You can actually... These guys are so dumb that you can probably run between these two, so that's what I'm gonna do. Out of my way. Get out of my way. Get out of here. And there's more things. Yeah, I don't care about that. Let's just go in. And let's watch the cinematic. I'm gonna try to get this done in one shot. Please don't hate me if I don't. Because this guy is a ball breaker. Almost literally. But I also fought him many times, so as long as I don't get hit, I should be able to live through this. But I probably will get hit. Ugh. Alright. Alright, so the first thing this guy does is will try to hit you with his ball and chains. So just move. You'll have to bait it out of him, but he'll always hit. Oh shoot, I got clipped anyway. Let me heal up. So now, when he does that, he'll probably alternate between left and right attacks. Just move out of the way. I just broke his horns, which is good. Reduces his attack power a little bit. And just keep an eye on which ball he's using in. Oh, oh, and he already. Whoa. You really can't get close to this guy at all. And I don't even have my super meter charged up yet. Damn. It has been a while, guys. Let's see. Alright. I gotta concentrate now. If all else fails, just try to block, and maybe you'll live through it. Damn it, I'm not hitting him fast enough. Hey, if you want to start using your items, go ahead. Give it a shot. Might not help, but might not be bad either. Oh, damn. That was just bad. And that's basically Nioh in a nutshell, guys. Alright, have a good night. I'll see you tomorrow. I don't know, man. Okay, now here's the messed up part about this thing. Your spirit guy, your grave, is in that place with the boss. And you're gonna have to run in and you have to go pick it up. So we're gonna try to do that without dying. And now you're saying, why do you want to risk killing this guy? Because he almost always drops an elixir. So that's the reason why I bothered to kill him. The other guys I don't care about. I'll just run. Try not to die while you're running between them, please. And of course, there's your guy. You have to run through this guy. This is one thing that Nioh 2 fixed. Whenever you fight a boss and you lose your grave while fighting a boss, in Nioh 2, your spirit comes back to you. But here, in Nioh 1, you have to risk your life trying to get that guy back. So now I'm going to use high stance on this guy, and I'm not going to bother with combos. Do one hit, roll out. It's probably the best thing to do as a beginning player. Try to keep it one hit, and try not to get too close to him. He's just so close to me, man. So one hit like this, move out. Just do that. Probably the best way. And eventually you'll break those horns again. Like that. Hit once, move out. Don't think you got, you see what I mean? Don't think you have the advantage, because you don't. And he got his key back, so we're gonna have to do it again. Shoot. You roll so terribly in high stance that you will get hit. Try to hit him in between attacks. Oh my god. If I beat this within like 3 tries, I'll be impressed. Alright. Oh shoot! Damn it! But that was good. Yeah, I know about that, Corey. Thank you, though. Yeah, oh, I don't like shooting. You know, I don't like shooting while I'm fighting a boss in this game. I know you can shoot and break the horns with the arrow, but man, I just... Not with that guy. I just don't like it. Ah, man. Go back. Try not to die. I want that elixir. I want the free elixir from this guy. Oh, he actually did not drop one. Sometimes he doesn't. It is what it is. Alright, let's do this again. Fortunately, I died next to my spawn point. Alright, you know what? I'm gonna try to shoot him with... Oh, damn. I'll try to shoot him. Let's see if it's shooting. I hate it. Turn around, dude. There we go. Thank you. I just don't like putting myself out like that. Now, if you can... Shoot, I couldn't roll out in time. I got rid of his key, so now he's vulnerable. Damn it. Got too greedy. Got too greedy. Yeah, I mean, you know how it is. That, Unryoki life. He's a tough guy. Tough guy. But I feel like once people beat that guy, you can beat the rest of the game. I mean, this guy is the litmus test, you know? When you beat him, you feel really good about yourself, and I mean, I'm not saying the enemies are going to get any easier, but I'm saying this is basically Nioh 101. Alright. Oh, I miss Nioh 2 a lot right now. Alright. Such a huge risk. I'm gonna try that again. I had fun doing that. Not good! That's not working. That's not working this time. Shoot. missing the horns, I think. I'm just hitting his face. There we go. Move, 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 move. Oh god. I recovered just in time. I'm not hitting my key pulses either. You think yeah, oh yeah, you know what? Corey, you're absolutely right about that. Yeah. This guy is definitely harder than the final boss, believe it or not. I mean, not only do you know how to fight by the time you reach the final boss, it's also not that much of a challenge. After you've gone through everything in this game and you face the final boss, you'd be like, that's it? Maybe not the final boss, but I did beat the final boss in one try, so you're probably right on both counts. There's actually 2 final bosses in this game. Alright, let's try. This is what, attempt 3? Give me that. Shoot. I'm out of arrows. Alright. Whoa! Oh, come on, I was moving. Nice. Alright. Shoot. I need to heal. Sometimes I wonder if I'm even blocking. Bad pulse. Good. Broke his things. Now we're in the halfway point. It gets a little easier now, believe it or not. That still happens though. He can clip you very easy if you don't dodge it like that. If you don't dodge at the right moment. I'm talking. That's the reason why I'm not concentrating. If you don't dodge at the right moment with those cannonballs, you will get killed. That's almost a one-shot right there. Oh, so not bad. We're getting back into it. Sometimes I hate fighting this guy. Shit. You don't want to lose your energy here when you're fighting him, but... okay, maybe this time the elixir's not worth it. Let's just go. Nope. 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 Alright. Oh god, I thought I rolled. Let's just see. If you hit them when they have no, oh god, when they have no key, they can't do anything to you. Shoot. I have enough super meter though, so this is bad. Come on, man. Oh, yeah. Oh, well. What is this, attempt number 5? 6? I think it's at 6. I'm not going for the elixir this time. so bad because I'm getting so close and I'm getting a little greedy, I think. Because I'm trying to beat it. Alright, let's try again. Just run around him. When you're starting out in the game, you have like almost no key. Getting greedy. Shoot. I'm getting greedy. Standing in a key pool, in a dark energy pool too. On top of that. Damn. When in doubt, just block though. You should be able to live through it. Let me see if that gave me no health. Come on. Alright. Alright, I messed up on that. Alright. Alright, let's try one more time. I would hate to end this stream without having to beat this guy. Yeah, lower stance. I know, lower key consumption, but I'll give it a shot. I want to break his horn for sure. And I use high stance for that. Man. Okay, now I'll use low stance. If you have the time, you can break out a lock and try to open up those barrels if you can. It's not easy though. Oh, come on. Now he's going for the balls. Goodness gracious, I thought he was going for one of the cannonballs. Oh man. I am not doing good. Oh goodness. I'm getting there though. I really hate fighting this guy in beginner mode. And that's not the only time you meet this guy. You meet him later on, but you fight in much bigger stages. Shut up. Oh, I lost my I'll take your elixir, good sir. Alright, back to... Oh, I need my guy back. Come on, man. Wow. Okay, let's go. I'm not facing him either. Trying to hit his horns. I should be blocking, but I'm not. It's not working. I have no more bullets. You know, I'm hitting the dodge button. I wonder if that's an elixir. I think it's a rock. It would be nice if it was an elixir. Yes, it was. Thank God. I don't know if it's gonna help. You never know. That's why I don't like low stance either. I have no reach in low stance. Let's go, we have a real match. Damn it, got me with the unblockable. Try to keep pulse those things away, otherwise you're gonna be hurting yourself, basically. Soon I'll bust out the super move. I think I can without dying, but... Oh shoot. Almost a bad dodge. Oh, damn it! I dodged the wrong way! I dodged the wrong way. I should have hit, man. Should have hit the super move. That's alright. I almost got him, guys. Almost. I'm not gonna get that elixir. Let's just go. Ah. so close. Really should have hit it. Now I gotta get my guy again. I wonder what those items are. Stones. Want to hit him with this. Oh, clip me. Oh my goodness. Wait, I'm losing my lock. Get rid of the pools. Oh, wow. I like when he does that. That usually gives me a good... I hate low stance. Sometimes I hate low stance. Go for the other one. He almost usually does two at the same time. I don't know why he's not doing it now. Almost time for the shark. Ow! Don't get greedy. Up the butt. Okay. When he does another one, when he does that flop, belly flop, I'm gonna hit the shark. There we go. Victory. Alright, collect your stuff. I got crap. And let's get out of here. I really was gonna give up. I was gonna give up. I was like, forget that. Oh my gosh.
Who are you?
A foreigner? Your skill against Oni is impressive.
As is your skill with English.
This is...
My name is Hanzo Hattori. And you are?
Call me William.
Call me William.
An enemy, perhaps?
Yes, better than 47 times, Corey, and I will hold you to that.
Will not be easy. If you lend me your strength in fighting Oni, I will help you in return.
I think after that particular fight, the other times you fight him are a little bit more easier. Even though he hits harder later on in the game, but I feel like anywhere past this one particular guy at this part of the game, I think is easier. He's got a little kitty in his shirt. Aww. Okay, we've been doing this for 2 hours. Actually, I'm already past my time limit. I was supposed to like sign off at 10 o'clock. So, okay, you know what we're gonna do? We got past that guy. I really just wanted to beat that guy before I signed off today. So I think we're going to leave it here. At least you got to see me beat it. Yeah, you see, I started getting into the groove, Corey. Seriously, I was just playing this game. I beat this game like 2 months ago, and I was dancing around this guy by that time. So, at that part, I started, feeling myself again, like what I was like 2 months ago, and so I started dodging a little bit better. Yeah. Okay. Alright. So, guys, that's basically Nioh in a nutshell. It just gets harder from here, but it also gets a lot interesting from here. And we'll probably continue this next Wednesday. Friday, unless something changes, I'm gonna also begin Final Fantasy VII Remake, which is a game that I partially played, but I stopped for a while, mainly because I was playing Nioh. I actually stopped Final Fantasy VII for this game, so that's how that's how influential Nioh was. I mean, I really wanted to beat this game for some reason, so I actually jumped off Final Fantasy VII and started playing this game. And now that I'm streaming this one, I'm gonna go back to Final Fantasy VII and try to do 2 games during the week, and that's going to be fun too. I'm sure I'll have a good time playing Final Fantasy VII as well. But for now, I'm going to sign off. Thank you guys for supporting me. Thank you 1308 and Corey Greenwood for cheering me on and encouraging me and giving me great advice. I appreciate it. I appreciate the support. Like and subscribe. As always, tell your friends to come by. We're gonna try to do a Wednesday, Friday schedule. Like I said, Friday is Final Fantasy Fridays with Final Fantasy VII Remake. That's all for now. I'm signing off. Have a good evening. Talk to you soon. Take care. Peace.